What if everything you thought you knew about Abraham, the revered patriarch of three world religions, was just the tip of the iceberg? What if his story was far more ancient, more complex than we've ever imagined? Today, we're diving deep into the sands of Mesopotamia, unearthing secrets from Sumerian tablets that predate the Bible, secrets that will challenge your understanding of history and faith. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover will leave you speechless. If this journey into the unknown excites you, hit that like button, share this video with fellow truth seekers, and subscribe for more eye-opening content. And don't forget to comment below. What do you think we'll uncover? Let's get into the video. Imagine the majestic city of Ur, a jewel of civilization over 4,000 years ago, rising from the Mesopotamian plain. This wasn't just any city. It was a bustling metropolis that shaped human history. Here, amidst grand ziggurats and a society advanced in mathematics, astronomy, and religion, our story of Abraham truly begins. Picture streets alive with merchants trading gold and lapis lazuli, scribes pressing cuneiform into clay, and a complex religious system that would influence millennia. Recent discoveries reveal that Ur's citizens lived in two-story houses with private chapels, showcasing a sophisticated urban life. Abraham, known as Abram in Sumerian texts, grew up immersed in this environment of learning and cultural advancement. The spiritual world of Ur was rich and complex. The Sumerians believed their gods, the Anunnaki, walked among them, with the temple complex serving as a meeting point between heaven and earth. These profound beliefs surrounded Abraham from his earliest days, shaping his understanding of divinity. The connection between Sumerian mythology and biblical narratives runs deeper than most dare to explore. For instance, long before Noah's Arkansas Sumerian tablets told of Ziusidra, who built a boat to save humanity from a divine flood. The parallels are too precise to ignore, suggesting a shared cultural memory passed down through generations. These ancient texts bridge Sumerian polytheism and Abrahamic monotheism. The mystery deepens when we examine Abraham's departure from Ur. Sumerian records show this period coincided with significant political and religious upheaval. The old order was crumbling, and new ideas about divinity were emerging. Was Abraham's concept of monotheism born from this crucible of change? Did he carry with him the accumulated wisdom of humanity's oldest civilization? Archaeological evidence suggests Abraham's family wasn't alone in leaving Ur during this time. Climate change and political instability forced many to seek new homes. But unlike others, Abraham carried something more valuable, ideas that would reshape humanity's relationship with the divine. The Sumerian influence enriches our understanding of divine revelation through human experience. Consider the Sumerian concept of personal gods, divine beings who took a special interest in individual families. This bears a striking resemblance to the intimate, personal relationship with deity that Abraham would later exemplify. As we piece together this historical puzzle, we find Abraham standing as a bridge between the ancient polytheistic civilization of Sumer and the monotheistic traditions that followed. His story isn't just about leaving one place for another. It's about humanity's spiritual evolution, carried forward by an individual uniquely positioned to understand both worlds. Every new archaeological discovery adds another piece to this fascinating puzzle. From personal letters describing daily life in Ur to temple inventories listing offerings, we gain a clearer picture of the world that shaped Abraham. The implications of these discoveries are profound. They suggest that the great monotheistic religions didn't emerge from a vacuum but grew from the rich soil of human spiritual experience. Abraham's genius lay not in rejecting his cultural heritage entirely, but in transforming it into something new, revolutionary understanding of the divine that would change the world. As we look back through millennia, we see that Ur wasn't just Abraham's birthplace. It was the crucible in which some of humanity's most fundamental ideas about God, faith, and divine human relationships were first formed. The question isn't whether these Sumerian roots diminish Abraham's legacy, but how they enhance our understanding of one of history's most pivotal spiritual journeys. Beneath the familiar verses of the Bible lies a deeper story, one that leads us back to the forgotten libraries of ancient Mesopotamia. In the ruins of Nineveh, archaeologists made a discovery that would send shockwaves through the world of biblical scholarship. Over 30,000 clay tablets, telling stories impossibly familiar. Among these was the Epic of Gilgamesh, with its account of a great flood. These tablets predate the oldest known biblical manuscripts by thousands of years. This isn't just coincidence. It's evidence of a shared cultural heritage stretching back to the dawn of written history. The Enuma Elish, the Mesopotamian creation epic, tells of gods shaping the cosmos and creating humankind from clay. The echoes of this narrative in Genesis are unmistakable. These aren't just similar stories. They're part of humanity's oldest attempt to understand its place in the universe. The tablets speak of a garden where gods dwell, a tree of life, and humanity's fall from divine favor. They tell of heroes who lived for centuries, battles between good and evil, and divine beings interested in human affairs. Time and again, we find in these ancient texts the seeds of what would later bloom in biblical narrative. Consider the story of Adapa. A Sumerian sage offered immortality but refusing it due to divine trickery. This tale, written centuries before Genesis, bears striking parallels to Adam and Eve. Both narratives wrestle with fundamental questions about human mortality and our relationship with the divine. The tablets from Nineveh reveal detailed accounts of prophetic visions, divine revelations, and celestial beings who served as messengers between gods and humans. These accounts describe experiences remarkably similar to those attributed to biblical prophets. The Mesopotamians had developed a sophisticated understanding of divine human communication long before the writing of the Hebrew Bible. When Abraham left Ur, he emerged from a culture that had been recording its spiritual insights for over 1,000 years. The biblical narratives weren't created in isolation. They were part of a long tradition of human attempts to understand encounters with the divine. As we conclude our journey, from the towering ziggurat of Ur to the hidden truths in ancient tablets, we've uncovered a story far more profound than conventional histories suggest. Abraham's connection to Sumerian civilization isn't just a historical footnote. It's a key to understanding human spiritual development. This doesn't diminish his significance, but helps us understand how divine truth works through human culture. The most important lesson isn't just about ancient history. It's about how we approach truth itself. The story of Abraham and Sumer reminds us that reality is often more complex and fascinating than our simplified narratives. If this deep dive into history has enlightened you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Let's continue to uncover these hidden truths together.